We are being inspired by Claude Monet, and now we're going to work on our city. We have our Impressionist style sunset, sunrise already painted with our watercolors, and now we're going to begin with the city. So we have that stencil that was in our colored folder, and this is going to fit over our sky to protect it. That is the reason that it is fitting. If you grab yours and you put it on and it doesn't fit, then you need to turn and flip it until you get it to match up. And you can see that it is a pretty good match. It's not exact because some of the paint does leak out from underneath the stencil, but that's okay. That will all go away. You will have a jar that has our 3 darkest colors, all right, in it. So what would those be? They would be black, purple, and blue. These 3 colors. And again, we are creating an impressionist style. So remember, it's all about the light when it comes to this. So it's not just plain black. You will take this jar, and yours won't go right in front of you. Yours will be off to the side, but I want you to see this. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to dip it straight in and straight up, and I'm going to begin to paint straight up, straight down, and each time you dip your brush in, you want to dip in a different spot. Notice I am painting from the top to the bottom, going carefully and slowly, taking my time and being careful that the stencil itself doesn't move. So I use my fingers to press it down. The color will mix and blend as you go along. You have to work slowly because you don't want your stencil to shift. So that means to move on you. You could carefully go sideways, but again, you want to go nice and slow. You do not want to mix up the color in the jar by doing swirls. So you just dip in and out. This color will mix and blend. So we should kind of see parts of the black. We should see some of the purple. All of those colors will mix. At the bottom, you can go along the edge and fill it in so the colors will begin to mix. I am going to continue to paint this. Now that I've gotten all of that painted, I'm going to set my brush down, all right, my large paintbrush, and I'm going to carefully grab that stencil and pick it straight up. This immediately goes in the trash. Do not lay it on your table. Immediately go put it in the trash. Then you are taking your brush and you're going to go back and you're going to clean up any of these little white edges that are along the edge of the building. You have to make sure you have enough paint to cover that, and you want to go nice and slowly. If you need to turn your paper to make it easier for you to paint, so you hold your paintbrush just like a pencil, make sure you have plenty of paint, and then just slowly pull it. If you make a mistake like I did there, no big deal. Just go back and kind of fill it in. All right, so you're painting all of the white. That is what you're doing now, is filling in any little areas that you missed. Being careful to go nice and slow. If you do this, where you're kind of pushing at the brush and dragging it hard, you're going to make the edge of your building really, really, really bumpy, and we don't want that. We want these to look like real buildings. So again, if that happens to you, go nice and slowly and take your time. I'm going to have to come out to fix that mistake, but now I have turned it back into a masterpiece. So that is what you have to work on today, is going through and making your city filled in nice and slow, taking your time. Remember, these are for the art show, so we want your absolute best work to show, not your fastest work.